Russia declares to push Ukraine forces back and to create 2 new armies.
EU summit discusses challenging issues.
New solutions needed to stabilize the domestic gold market.
You're watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Ha Zhang, your host. The Russian military state that their soldiers are pushing back Ukrainian forces and will strengthen the army by adding 2 new divisions and dozens of new regiments and divisions by the end of this year.
The statement was made by Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu, who said Russian groups were continuing to force Ukrainian forces to leave their positions. Also, according to Shoigu, Russia will form 2 mixed armed armies and 14 divisions and 16 new brigades to strengthen the Russian military in response to new emerging threats to the country's security. Since the launch of special military operation in 2022, Russia has controlled of 65,000 square kilometers of Ukrainian territory, or nearly 20% of its land area. Western intelligence officials believe the Russian-Ukrainian conflict could enter a critical phase as Kiev faces a lack of military aid from Western allies.
The European Union began a 2-day summit in Belgium capital of Brussels to discuss hot challenging issues in the region and around the world, particularly in the current conflict hotspots.
In the summit invitation letter to the leaders of the 27 EU member states, the President of the European Council, Charles Michel, said that Europe is at its toughest moment as the Russia-Ukraine conflict enters its 3rd year with disadvantages for Kiev. Therefore, this EU summit will push forward the joint initiative to buy ammunition and also approve proposals to transfer billions of euros in profits from the frozen assets of the Central Bank of Russia in Europe. The summit will also discuss the situation in the Middle East, provide urgent humanitarian aid to the people of Palestine in Gaza and promote a ceasefire for hostage exchange. Other critical issues in the region will be also discussed is the common defense strategy for Europe to address security risks and solutions to the agricultural crisis caused by concerns of European farmers.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính has signed a directive requiring the strengthening of measures to manage the domestic gold market. The directive asks the State Bank of Vietnam continues to closely monitor the fluctuations in the global and domestic gold prices and take prompt measures to stabilize the gold market.
The second directive within 3 months by Prime Minister requires the State Bank to comprehensively analyze to promptly address the significant price difference between domestic and international gold prices, to prevent the goldification of the economy, as well as to avoid negative impacts on exchange rates, interest rates, currency markets and foreign exchange. The issuance of the directive pursued the significant fluctuation of domestic gold prices due to the pressure from the rise in global gold prices. At some points, the price gap was up to 20 million Vietnamese dongs a tael. Therefore, there should be early solutions to stabilize this market.
Coming up next are some updated news. Nghệ An's People's Committee had just approved the planning of an urban area, tourism and sports resort in Diễn Châu district. The resort will locate in Diễn Trung Commune and Diễn An Commune, Diễn Châu District, Nghệ An Province, with a planned area of 686.52 hectares, divided into 4 subdivisions, including Auxiliary Service Urban Subdivision, Central Urban Subdivision, and Ecological Housing, Tourist and Service Urban Subdivision, Resort and Sport Tourism Subdivision. The project's purpose is to create a high-end ecotourism resort complex which meets international standards, serving as one of the key tourism centers in the North Central region, meeting the relaxation and entertainment needs of domestic and foreign tourists.
Destin Asia, a reputable travel magazine based in Singapore, has announced the list of the 17th Reader's Choice Awards. In the category of the top 10 cities in Asia Pacific 2024, Ho Chi Minh City is the only representative from Vietnam mentioned, at 10th place. For the top 10 islands, Phu Quoc ranked 6th. The Pearl Island is famous to international tourists for its fine white beaches, clear waters, diverse forest sea terrain and entertainment areas like the seaside night market Vui Fest Bazaar and Kiss Bridge, which is honored by CNN as the bridge is for kissing, not for crossing.
The chickenpox epidemic is spreading in some northern provinces such as Lào Cai, Yên Bái. Hundreds of people are infected with the disease. Most epidemic has killed a 42-year-old female worker in Yên Bái province. Most cases of chickenpox spread rapidly in schools and kindergartens, as many children were not vaccinated against chickenpox before. Adults and elderly people are also hospitalized due to severe complications of the disease. Experts warn that without proper disease prevention measures, the risk of widespread outbreak is highly likely. Thanks to the capital support of the government's program 135, after 14 years of livestock farming, Mr. Liva Sing's family in Nậm Cắn bordering commune, Kishan district, Nghệ An province, now own a herd of cattle which generates stable income from 100 to 150 million VND per year. This model becomes a typical example in the area. More in the following story. Like many households in the bordering Nậm Cắn commune, Mr. Lý và Sing's family used to be poor households as their economy relied on farming, leading to persistent hunger in lean months. Singh family's life had changed since 2000 when they received livestock support from the government's program 135.
Receiving supportive cattle breeds from the government, I had determined to build a farm to develop the economy and get more income for the family.
The cattle farming model of Mr. Singh has contributed to changing the perceptions of the local community. Currently, there are nearly 200 large livestock farming households appear in the bordering Nậm Cắn commune, including cattle, buffalo, goats, pigs, and 10 members of the Farmers' Union have been recognized for their excellent production and business models at the district level, including 2 models being submitted for provincial and central level recognition during the 2020 to 2025 period.
We came here to learn how to grow elephant grass and other grass for the cows. We learn experience from Mr. Zen as he can get rich from breeding.
Although Mr. Singh's farm is not large in size and profit compared to other cattle farming models in the province, this is a very special model in the poor land of Nậm Cắn bordering commune of a man who dared to think, to act, and were able to inspire other farmers to change their mindsets and develop the economy through livestock farming. This model needs to be replicated widely. The last news has ended our bulletin today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.